In every generation, there are those who cling to their possessions so tightly that they forget what those possessions are really for. We save, we store, we hoard, believing our security lies in keeping what we have. But sometimes, life has a way of showing us that what we hold too tightly can slip through our fingers. Today's story is about a man who learned this lesson the hard way, and its message is just as relevant now as it was centuries ago. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, there lived a man named Ojo. Ojo had worked hard in his youth, trading goods, buying and selling grain, and saving every coin he could. By the time he grew old, he had gathered a small fortune in gold coins. But Ojo had a problem. He trusted no one. Not his neighbors, not the town guards, not even his own family. Fearing that someone would steal his wealth, he buried it deep in a secret corner of his garden. Every morning, before the sun had fully risen, Ojo would creep out of his house, dig up the spot, and sit staring at the glittering coins. He would count them slowly, smiling to himself, as though the gold were whispering sweet words. Then, carefully, he would cover the hole and pat the soil flat again, always glancing over his shoulder to make sure no one had seen him. But someone had. A thief named Ade, who often roamed the village at night, had noticed Ojo's strange routine. From behind the bushes, he watched as Ojo dug, counted, and hid the treasure. Ade licked his lips. So that is where the old fool keeps his fortune, and he never spends a single coin. He will never miss it until it is too late. One moonless night, Ade crept into Ojo's garden. The earth was soft, the digging was easy, and soon the bag of gold was in his hands. By morning, Ade had vanished from the village, and so had Ojo's treasure. When Ojo went to count his coins the next day, he found nothing but an empty hole. He fell to his knees and cried out, "My gold, my beautiful gold!" He tore his clothes, beat his chest, and wailed so loudly that neighbors came running. One of them, a kind farmer named Bala, stepped forward. "Ojo, what has happened? Who has wronged you?" "It is gone," Ojo sobbed. "The gold I saved all my life, buried right here in this very spot, gone." Bala looked puzzled. "But Ojo, why bury it? Why not use it to repair your roof, buy better food, or hire a helper for your old age?" "Spend it?" Ojo shouted angrily. "I would never waste a single coin. I only wanted to keep it safe." At that, Bala sighed, picked up a heavy stone from the garden path, and dropped it into the hole. "Then, my friend," Bala said gently, "cover this stone with earth. It will serve you just as well as the gold did. You never spent a single coin, so whether it was gold or stone, it made no difference." Ojo stared at the hole, stunned. For the first time in years, he realized Bala was right. His gold had never truly been his wealth. It had been nothing more than a weight he carried in his heart. That day, Ojo learned that treasure is only as valuable as the good it can do. In today's world, this story reminds us that money sitting idle, whether hidden under a mattress or left unused, has little value. Saving is wise, but hoarding without purpose does not improve our lives. Wealth becomes meaningful only when we put it to good use, investing in our future, supporting our loved ones, improving our well-being, and helping others. Money is a tool, not just something to admire.